Hola everybody, I hope you're doing well. I am super excited about today's video because I think it's going to be a topic that really hopefully helps out to many of you out there. I'm going to be sharing 5 de-stressing tips, my de-stressing routine, because I don't know about you guys, but during certain times of the year, I am definitely more prone to stress than others. You know, midterm season, holiday season, certain times of the month even. And I don't think stress is a bad thing necessarily. I think it actually kind of keeps you sharp. It's a natural part of life. However, if it gets a little overwhelming or a lot overwhelming, it can really have the opposite effect, and that's when I really buckle down and employ these tips I'm going to talk about to level my mood back to normal-ish levels. I'm just going to dive in and shimmy in, apparently, into tip number 1. 100% one of the first things I do when the stress has hit that level is I talk to someone about what I'm stressed about, why I'm stressed. I just let it out. For me, that person is definitely my mom, and when I hit that point, I call her and I just let it all out, and sometimes she just listens, and that really helps me. Just the act of releasing that stress to her calms me a bit down. And sometimes, because she knows me so well, she recognizes times where I need a little kick in my butt to not stop feeling stressed, but to change the way I'm responding to it. Otherwise, it's really easy for me especially, I don't know, I find that if I'm not careful, I can kind of be drowned by things that are really bothering me. De-stress tip number 2 is to rewire your thoughts. And no, this has nothing to do with rewiring in the electrical sense, because this may come as a shock to you, but nobody should be allowing me anywhere near electrical things. The way that I like to switch the negative, stressful thoughts to more positive, optimistic, hopefully less stressed thoughts is by consuming food for the soul. I've talked about this a lot on my channel, and I think it's really important. So I like to get inspired right now a lot from podcasts and by watching some good quality YouTube videos. I'm gonna have a few of my favorites down in the description box below. They don't even really have anything to do with stress, but the idea is that by watching them, my energy goes towards something more uplifting and not so mood draining. Another way to rewire my stressful thoughts is to focus on gratitude and essentially things that I'm grateful for. And I actually want to do a whole video on gratitude on my channel at some point. But a tool that I just started using is the 5-minute journal. And in the morning and at night, I write things I'm grateful for in here. But if I'm ever going through stressful periods, sometimes I'll revisit the passages that I wrote in the morning so that I can be reminded of the things in life that I should be really grateful for versus the things in my life right now that might just be temporarily blinding me to all of the good things happening. Really love this. This will also be linked down below. And if you'd like to see me do a whole video on gratitude, be sure to answer this poll on your screen. De-stress tip number 3 is meditate. And this is something that I really should be doing more regularly, but I definitely do right before a really stressful situation. So for example, a test that I really feel unprepared for. I just had one of those a few days ago and it was not fun. But right before it, what I did was I put on this Sage Stress Relief Essential Oil. It's a tension reducing remedy. Comes in this roller ball, and you just put a little dab. I put it behind my ears and underneath my chin, and then I will pop some headphones in. And as you guys know, I love using the app called Headspace. They have amazing longer guided meditations, but when I need something quick, I use the SOS meditations. They now have ones for feeling overwhelmed, feeling burned out, feeling flustered, and they're really great at quickly calming me down when I am very far from calm. De-stress tip number 4, unlike the meditation where I use it during times where I don't really have much time to get a hold of my mood, this is something that I do when I do have a little extra time, and that is to get moving, either by taking a walk throughout the city or exercising. Right now, it's mostly taking a walk around the city for me. And I just really love this because it changes my environment. Sometimes my environment is the place that is causing me stress, or at least there's a lot of things tying my stress to my environment. So just getting away can really help put things into perspective. My fifth and final, but definitely not least important tip is to have some me time.
Clothes.
Treat yourself.
Fragrances.
Treat yourself.
Massages.
Treat yourself.
Mimosas.
Treat yourself.
Fine leather goods.
Treat yourself.
I did a whole video on my self-care routine, and I will have that link down below. But essentially, I like to go do things that make me really, really happy. For me, that is getting a coffee. Oh my God, the joy a cup of coffee, going to get a cup of coffee gives me, I don't know, it's out of this world. I'm a little concerned by how happy it really does make me. I also will go to my happy place. Again, for me, that is indigo. I can spend so much time in a chapter's indigo. Bullet journaling, pen shopping. I was talking to my roommate and she told me her favorite de-stressing things were a bath or a sheet mask. So, you know, find those things that just make you really, really excited and happy, so that even if it's for a little bit, you have an escape from the stressful feelings that you may be feeling. That is all I have for today's de-stress tips routine video. I hope there was something in this video that helps you out if you are maybe going through a stressful period, and something that I just want to share, a piece of a thought that I always try and keep in mind when I am stressed is that stress is usually a temporary thing. There's going to be a time where you don't feel stressed, even though in the moment it feels a little consuming, overwhelming, all of those scary things. But if you can kind of just keep that in perspective, it really is a comforting thing, at least for me. So hopefully it is for you. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already. And I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a comment down below, leaving your tips, tricks, piece of advice for de-stressing. I love seeing you guys help each other out in the comment section. It's my favorite part about doing these videos. So I'd love to see, you know, you guys leave those comments. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I will see all of you very soon with a new video, and until then, bye everyone.
It's the best day of the year. The best day of the year.
Accurate. This is a really odd way for me to be saying bye.
Can anyone stop the noise that's inside my head?